Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And if it's your first time here, welcome. I hope you stay a while. Today I'm taking you on a journey through the heart of Johannesburg. From the vibrant streets of fashion districts all the way up north to Waterfall Wilds. Along the way, we'll pass through some of Joburg's most historic, bustling and scenic suburbs, each with its own story to tell. So buckle up, relax, and enjoy the drive through the city that never sleeps. We are now in the heart of Johannesburg's fashion district, driving along Helen Joseph Street. This area spans about 26 city blocks and was once the center of Joburg's fashion scene, filled with fabric shops, designers and tailors. Though it hasn't fully redeveloped like places such as Braamfontein and Arts on Main, there are sparks of creativity here. One standout is Fashion Capital, a hub for up-and-coming designers with the public square. Just nearby is one of South Africa's largest haberdasheries, and you'll find everything from shweshwe fabrics and sewing supplies. The districts may feel quiet now, but it holds a deep connection to Joburg's creative past and maybe its future too. So this is no longer part of Fashion District, and you will notice the change as we drive through the next block. So while making these videos, I get to learn quite a lot about the areas that I drive through. For example, I did not know the area we're driving through was referred to as Millionaires Row, which is because a number of mine owners used to live in the area. I was also surprised to find out that this area has a rich Jewish history. Ahead, that towering cylinder is called Ponte City. Built in the 1970s, Ponte was once the ultimate Joburg address. But as the city changed, so did the building story. It's been called everything, from an architectural icon to an urban legend. At one point, it even became known as the tallest urban slum in the world. But Ponte isn't just famous for its height, it's a star on screen too. You have probably seen it on movies like District 9, Chappie, and the local hit Tsotsi. Even global shows like Homeland and Resident Evil featured this iconic Joburg giant. Today, Ponte has made a bit of a comeback, home to students, creatives, and everyday Joburgers. It's part of the city's living history. we are in Houghton Estate, one of Johannesburg's most prestigious suburbs. But this isn't just any fancy neighborhood. This is where Nelson Mandela lived in his final years. This is where you will also find the Nelson Mandela Foundation, a space dedicated to preserving Madiba's legacy. It's a place for dialogue, reflection, and keeping his spirit alive in South Africa and beyond. Houghton is all about grand old mansions, leafy streets, and history at every turn. And for a suburb that once housed mining magnates and political icons, it continues to carry that quiet gravitas. off to the left here, that's Melrose Arch. Think of it as Joburg's little slice of European flair. Cobblestone walkways, sidewalk cafes, high-end shops, and some of the city's best restaurants, all wrapped into one urban village. It's the kind of place where you could bump into a CEO having coffee, or catch a pop-up market under fairy light. I really should take you in there one day and show you around properly. This off-ramp leads you onto Grayston Drive, one of the main arteries into Sandton, Joburg's financial powerhouse. If you're heading towards Africa's richest square mile, this is one of the routes that will get you there. Skyscrapers, global banks, and some of the continent's biggest corporate HQs all sit beyond this point. Now, check out this long stretch of fencing on the left. That's Eskom's Megawatt Park. For those outside South Africa, Eskom is the country's main electricity supplier. Megawatt Park is basically the nerve center, where they juggle keeping the lights on for millions of homes and businesses. It's a massive complex, and while it might not look flashy from the outside, inside is where all the serious grid management happens. Power generation, distribution, and of course, those famous load shedding schedules we all know too well. If you have ever wondered where the big energy decisions get made, well, it's behind the fence. Just like that, we have arrived at Waterfall Wilds. This area is known for its relaxed atmosphere, boutique shops, cafes, and some beautiful green spaces that really make you feel like you have escaped the city hustle. It's the perfect spot to grab a coffee, lunch, do some browsing, or just soak in the scenery. But for now, thank you for riding along with me on this journey from Johannesburg's fashion district all the way up here.